All right. I think I'm officially live on YouTube now. So if you guys want to see my lovely face, you can see me on YouTube. For those that like to troll and give negative comments right off the bat, they'll probably give me a dislike for saying I have a lovely face. So, guys, I do have a new prop, right? So I can trigger somebody today. We had this gentleman here. We had the president before, right? President Trump. Hello, American people. And then we also had, there's a new one today. We have a new friend here. This is Bernie Sanders. I've been working on my Bernie Sanders impression, and I feel like it's a good one too. So my impression of Bernie is, I'm tired of all the millionaires and the billionaires, right? So now we're equal here now, guys. We have President Trump and we have Bernie Sanders here, right? So we were politically correct. We have two sides of the aisle, right? So everybody can be happy. Maybe we'll have some new friends coming and joining very soon as well. Maybe there'll be, who knows, maybe there'll be another person or two that come and join the mix. All right. So, all right. So let's do the watch list for tomorrow. I don't think the Senate, guys, have you heard? I keep hearing they have a deal and then they don't have a deal and then they have a deal and they don't have a deal. I think as of the moment, they haven't voted on it yet. Guys in the trade room, have they voted on this thing officially yet? Or is it just kind of like in principle and then we're still waiting? Because I feel like we're still waiting on it. And by the way, guys, when I did the alerts for my last watch list a couple days ago, I had Boeing on there. And I'm an idiot because this is where Thinkorswim gets super annoying. If you guys watch, when I do the alerts many times, I'll put it like at or above, and then it literally moves it automatically to below. So I can't take credit for this alert, but if you guys see, I actually gave you the notes of, I said, be very careful if they get bailed up, but it might fly up, possible flag on the 1 hour. And of course, what did bail? So as one at or above, it was supposed to be 105.62, but I won't take credit for the alert because it says at or below. My bad for not checking it. But what did it do? As I was showing you guys right here, at or above 105.62. And what did it do? It ripped up, and I said, just watch for moving average lines resistance. Anybody trade this? So it did what I was looking for it to do, but I can't take credit for it. You got to be careful of that high wave candle now. It's looking pretty nasty. All right, so let's see what tomorrow's watch list will bring. We'll start with the day trade watch list first. Change the date to the 26th. Right up over in here. And we'll remove those. All right. All right, guys. So if you're watching, if you guys have questions as I go along, feel free to post them. We'll see what we have going on for the watch list. I have a feeling we're probably going to get a lot of them that are caught between moving average lines. They got the bumps. Now they're in between moving average lines. I try to avoid those for you guys. I like to have clean ones. Ideally, not ones that are stuck in between moving average lines, but we'll have to see what we get here. And so far, 3 for 3, right in between the moving average lines. 4 for 4, right? Caught up in the between there. Not saying it can't go up from there, guys. Of course they can, but I try to give them clean for you guys. I try to give you as clean as possible. You know, so I like to give you room to the moving average lines, not ones that are right at it. Look at that. You guys see all of these too? All of them right smack at the moving average lines. No coincidence, guys. These stocks, many times, they all run together with the market. And this one I might, let me take a look at this one on an hourly. Although this one just filled the gap. It's right above, maybe around that 20 moving average. Let's take a look at the hourly. And it's a bit overextended. and it's near the 200, so I'm not going to put that one on. The watchlist ones. The watchlist ones are just on our YouTube, Mike. So, oh, you can't see the ticker. All right, let me. I'll move me down. There we go. I thought that would be better, but there we go. Good call. I just moved me down on the YouTube video, so you should be able to see it. Let's see. AINV. Nah. So whoever was asking about the watch list videos, those are on YouTube. So for those that are listening on YouTube, I'm also simultaneously right now streaming on, or so whoever's in the trade room, I'm simultaneously streaming on YouTube right now. So I usually do a live, and we put them on there. The heck, there was one I just saw there, but that's what I was looking at. Let's see. Well, for its tiny little penny stock right now, I'm not a huge fan of these myself, but for those that like below sub $1 stocks, you're welcome. We'll put this one on for a cheapo stock that might have a little pump up for those that like sub $1 stocks. So watch if price gets a pump on daily with resistance at MAs. So guys, these are stocks I personally don't like to watch or don't like to trade these, but there are a lot of people that trade, you know, these really sub $1 penny stocks. If this thing pumps up from 64 cents and pumps up 10 cents, there are a lot of traders, you know, that'll take, you know, try to scalp 5 cents out of that 10 cents and just use their account as leverage, right? So that's why I try to give a mix of sub $1 and then stocks between $1 to $10 to kind of mix it up. Again, you know, you're just, for something like this, it may be holding support. Who the heck knows if this thing gets a quick pump up to these moving average lines, you scalp 5 cents. There'll be a lot of traders, those penny stock traders, that'll buy 10,000 shares of a stock like this and scalp 5 to 10 cents. It's just another way to scalp. You know, if you scalp 5 cents and this thing popped up to 75 cents, you got 5 cents, you bought 10,000 shares, that's a $500 move. You know, if you got 10 cents out of it, it's $1,000. So, you know, me personally, I don't like these, but a lot of people trade these ones, and it's just a way to just scalp, you know, get a quick scalp out of it if it moves up. As you guys can see, there's not much. Again, it's very difficult to make watch lists when the market's running the way it is. So this one may be doing kind of a cup and handle, kind of a flag, a little bit overextended. But on this one, let's see. It's right at that 13 EMA. This one I might put on for a move up to that 20 EMA around 1350. So again, not a lot to look at, but that one we might put on. Oops. See that? You guys see how I was doing at or above and then it put it below? Just check my alerts. Sometimes I forget to double check. I get the notes and the price right, and then it changes that. I hate why it does that, but it's weird why Thinkorswim does that at times. So watch if price can get above 13 EMA on daily with resistance at 20 EMA on daily. So if you guys can see, if it can get above that 13 EMA, that green line, watch for resistance around that 20. That's Alex, A-L-E-X. So I'll try to call out the symbol as I'm writing it. Where the heck did it just go? AGNC, no. Can I please check INO? Yes, I will definitely check that for you guys. As you guys can see, lots of Garbaccio right now. Guys, this is so here's one for you guys. ACB, right? Canadian pot stock. This was supposed to be the darling of pot stocks, the second one in Canada. You know, $12. It's now a penny stock. You know what I mean? This is where you got to be careful of all the pumps and dumps. You can say, well, I didn't see it coming, right? Well, look at this top, double top, right? You buy the rumor, you're selling the news. You're buying the rumor, selling the news. Most new traders, right? They buy the news and then they cry when their account falls all the way down like this. This is where you got to learn these tops. If this peak right over here can't break and hold this peak, that's a double top on a major, bigger overall chart. That's not a good sign. And then it's just bear flagging all the way down. Looks terrible at the moment. So, guys, there's just nothing to put on the watch list. Just absolute garbage. Jeez. I know. Hopefully that's one to look at because, I mean, pumped up. It's just kind of got like, it's just bearish failing the moving average lines now. It doesn't look so hot at the moment. Let's take a look at, jeez. Sens, SENS. All right, let me take a look at that one. It's just, yeah, it's just all trapped in these moving average lines. If you guys see, you know, watch the videos when I teach you guys, you know, I like stuff, you know, not even really like this, but smaller candlesticks above the moving average lines. When you start getting these wicks and everything messy like this, it's just so hard to trade, you know? So I like the bull flags off of moving average lines. Sort of like this. I like a little bit better, but kind of like this. Pull back above the 9 EMA, breaks out, and then you could ride it until you get a close below the 9 if you want, right? Obviously, so you get a little kind of bull flag, pull back, hammer like this, 350. This is all profit. If you waited before it closed below the 9, you could have got out over here. You're obviously giving back a lot of profit, but, you know, you're, you know, kind of this is how you would swing trade something like this, right? Get a little kind of pullback off the 9 EMA, smaller candle risk, and then when you get a close below the 9 EMA, get out. But take your profits along the way. Obviously, if you got in above 350 and it goes up to 529, you see those crazy looking candlesticks up there. That's a big warning sign to get out, you know? So, let's see. DAL, Delta. All these stocks. Yeesh, 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 yeesh. GEO, or let's see which one. GOO? Let's see. Goo. I can't see Estinaldo. Go. Oh, good opportunity. I thought that was a symbol you were looking for. All right, let's see. There's really nothing on the day trade watches I like. Let's see if I can do a swing trade one for you guys. Oof. You guys notice on everyone I'm kind of looking at, they're all just kind of caught up in the indecision here. Market's in just huge indecision mode. That's what I'm telling you guys. It's so important to always look at the charts and see what's going on. You don't go off news. You know, you go off of, the charts. So you see news and then you look at the charts and see what's happening. So the SPY, which was caught up in, in very indecision mode at the 13 EMA, you can see almost all the stocks I'm looking at are kind of doing the same thing, so that's why it's very important to understand patterns. NIO, another one right here, right? Stuck in the moving average lines. I personally just don't like this. Doesn't mean you can't trade it. It's just, I don't like that style. I try to give you guys as clean as possible. USFD. I'm still not a fan of this. It's caught between the 9 and the 9 and the 13. It's kind of another one. Let's take a look at the hourly. Maybe, you got that double top it's dealing with. You guys see how it's just not clean? So it may want to move up. You have definitely a double top resistance. It may move up, but it's right around that $18 resistance. All right, so this is, what is this? TripAdvisor? So now this one's above the 20. I still don't love this, but I might consider it being, it's just still such a mess. So it's kind of got a channel it's moving up in. It poked up a little bit. I might consider it. I'm just going to put it down here for right now just to give something to look at. Honestly, I'm probably going to put it on because I want to give you guys something because it's just complete garbage. Bank of America. Hourly maybe a cup and handle, but you have kind of a double top. And it's, see right there, caught in the moving average lines. Right. So this one, I do not like this one really still at all. It's not clean, but so this one I'm gonna put it on because I'll put it on the day trade watch. This one just as one to keep an eye on. So watch if price can hold 20 EMA on daily and move up into channel resistance around 22 if 20 holds. All right, so we'll give it just a few on the day trade watches so we had something to keep an eye on over there. So let's try to find some more. All right, so again, just want to show you guys why I'm not putting stuff on, right? Draw your attention to every time I kind of zoom in, I'm looking over here. What are the patterns I'm seeing? Everything's kind of caught right up on those moving average lines. That's why I try to avoid putting those on for you guys. I just want you to see the reasons right here. See again, right? These indecision candles between moving average lines. Right? See it again. Indecision candle between moving average lines. Again, right here. You guys see over and over and over. That's why when people say, oh, you know, stock traders, that's, you know, they're gamblers and yada, yada, yada. That's not true. Right? That's why, you know, you got to just not listen to hype and speculation. You have to understand the patterns, right? The fundamental traders, they do all the research, they do all the buying and selling. It doesn't matter how rich or how poor you are, you still leave the clues on the charts. That's why when people ask, oh, is now the time to buy? Like, I hear the market's just going to go suddenly back up again. Well, what does the chart say, right? So you had right here, here was a rally back up to the moving average lines. Here's a rally back up to the moving average lines. Now you want to see it clear. You want to see it get above that 20 and get above and see these moving average lines curl and kind of move back up again. So that's where, you know, where people say, you know, with just going to the SPY, for example, oh, don't worry, the stock market will go back up again. What they fail to just realize, again, lots can happen with stimulus packages and bailouts. So this is not your typical ordinary market. So we'll see. But typically in a normal market, when it drops like that, it doesn't look at, there's all of this is resistance. So when it's just like, oh, don't worry, it'll go back up again. Again, if you have stimulus packages, those things, that could defy all odds. That could, right? We have to watch and see. But you got all of this resistance levels to contend with. So ideally, you want to see these moving average lines cross, price get above these moving average lines, and create a new trend upwards like you had here, right? Where price rode the moving average lines up, right? Now you can see it. What is it doing now? Price is riding the moving average lines down, right? Bear flag, bear flag, bear flag. So ideally, you want to see it break kind of that trend right out in here and get above that 20 EMA. If price can get above that 20 EMA and hold, and these moving average lines can cross again, then, you know, maybe it'll start to move up again. But then it's got all of this as well. There's a lot of overhead resistance. Hey, Nicola, do I see the S&P bottoming out around 2,300 or 1,800? Thanks for your great work. You're welcome. I mean, you know, you can see it got a bounce right at that 2,200, that 2,348. Still kind of the same thing, right? S&P, SPX, same chart, right? Same thing. So again, you want to see price get above that 20 EMA and continue upwards. Now I'm trying to find something on the potential for a potential swing trade for you guys. Again, I just not finding anything. I'll take it downwards as well if I can find a really good short. The problem is right now shorting something, you know, if I go to short something that looks like it's going to potentially fall and then they bail out and stocks rip, then it looks, you know, that's why it's, when people are asking, hey, should I hold right now? It's just very difficult because it could go either way. These could tank or they can skyrocket if they have some bailout potentially. Who knows, even with the bailout, how far it'll go up. And then you have job numbers and all those things. It's just, it's a whole big game right now, guys. You got to be very careful of. And as you can see, every single one of these stocks has indecision right at those moving average lines. Right over in here. Anybody realize, is anybody tech? Dan's not around right now. Do you guys see how my screen keeps sliding up and down, up and down, up and down? I've been having that on Windows, on everything I do. You'll notice as I'm doing this watch list, I'm trying not to swear at my screen. You guys see how everything keeps moving for no reason? I cannot figure out why it'll move automatically. Watch my screen, guys, if you notice. This will scroll up and down, or my chart will move without me moving it. Does anybody know why that happens or how to fix it? It's driving me absolutely bonkers. And Dan was going to come fix it, and now we got to do all this social distancing thing. So now he can't come over and fix it. And so now I'm kind of trying to deal with it's super annoying. So if you guys watch, it keeps moving. Anybody know why that happens or how to fix that on a computer? It's driving me nuts. See that? It just moved again on me there, right on my Thinkorswim right there. It just moved. I didn't even move it. It's moving it again right now for me. I don't know what the heck is going on. Trade room peeps, anybody technical in the trade room? See again, it just moved. I don't know what to do with this stupid thing. See that? I clicked it again, and it just keeps moving for no reason. Mike, are you a technical guy? I don't know if Sig can hear me. He might have me on mute. All right, let's take a look at Snap here. I might put Snap on. Again, I don't love this pattern, but something to take a look at. This one's taking a beating. It may be, I want to see it above the 9 EMA right here, but it may be setting kind of a cup and handle or a V bottom. I might put this one on for something to look at a swing trade. Oh, change out your video cable. Video cable. Warren, you think that could be a problem? I'm going to have to take a screenshot of that and maybe order another one. That's might be a good idea. I am technologically illiterate. Is that a common thing that a screen will move like that? All right, so look at this 1216 to 1264. I want to see if it wants to fill that gap. All right, so I might put that one on. I don't like it, guys, but I'm trying to get you guys something. I just got a text that the governor of Florida is looking to speak at 4:30, so we'll have to see what happens there. Watch if price can get above 20 EMA and see if price will fill gap around 1250s. Yes, hardware related because the screen is not moving for us. Well, you will notice it will move. You're on a delay on YouTube because you're not live like real time. Later, Tony. I'm going to check out the hardware. Guys, I'll do a quick comedic set right here. For those that want comedy, right? I'm trying to make everybody happy, give you a balance between happy and joking around. We're going to put our new prop, Bernie, here. I've been working on my impression, so I'm going to do it again just to I'm working on the inflection. And he goes, I am tired of all the millionaires and the billionaires. Somebody said they like that impression. That's pretty good, right? And then this one, he comes over and says, wrong. I do not like that impression. All right. Back to, see, I'm give you guys the balance, right? A little bit of comedy along with doing the watch list. So Snap. I'm going to put Snap on there. I don't like it. Again, I don't like any of these, but what can I do? USO. Huh. That one might be interesting. Kind of consolidating, kind of potential consolidation. Don't love it. Let's take a look at the hourly. Maybe setting a cup and handle-ish, possibly on the hourly. Not the greatest, but... Josh! Dude, my man! What's up, Josh? How you doing, brother? What a pleasant guest. Love it. So I might put this one on for a possible reversal. Let's see. Watch if consolidation holds and moves up with resistance at daily MAs, moving average line. USO. Oh, actually, I just thought I actually have 3 more props coming. I could get more in trouble with my other props. I have one other decent impression that you might be impressed with, but then the other 2 I don't know how to do. So I have more props coming in. I feel like my Bernie's pretty on point. My Trump is okay, but I will tell you, I do have a Joe Biden mask coming in. I have ideas of things to say, but I can't really do a Joe Biden voice. And I do have a Hillary mask. I can't do Hillary. I don't know how to do a voice for her. And I did get a Barack Obama one. So I feel like I can do a decent Barack. I could do American people. I'm tired of Trump taking credit for my economy. Right? So that maybe, is that a decent Barack? I could do the when he goes, American people. That's about it. After that, I can't really go further. Thanks, Josh. SLV. Excuse me. SLV possibly. Watch that 20 EMA. Right up there. You like my Bernie one? That's good. Yeah, the other ones are not as good. But hey, listen, guys, you can give up or keep trying. Video cable. I'm going to have to check that out. The video cable. Do you know which, you liked that, Brock? Flanker room? No, that was, that's I think my Barack sounds like Elvis. It's like, thank you very much, American people. Huh. Does Barack sound like Elvis a little bit, or is it just me? Let's take a look at this one. FXE. This one may be getting a push up a little bit. Let's take a look at the hourly. That's 4x. Yeah. All right, guys, not much, not much, not much. We'll look at some of the bearish ones and we'll go from there, but not much. No. Trying to see any last ones for you guys. I'm just not seeing any. Qualcomm might be dipping further. Maybe I'll put. This is kind of bear flagging down. Let's take a look at this one on the hourly. Yeah, it's just still a mess. Comcast is taking a beating. Oh. So for you guys that have been watching along here, you guys notice how basically just again want to bring your attention. Candlesticks matter, guys, and you'll see all of them are just kind of trapped and caught up in here. So that's why the watch list kind of stinks for tomorrow. And you could do options or shares. Remember, this is just a watch list. Again, guys, this is where you'll see our watch list was much better. It's much better when you can ride it up or when you can deal with some of like this, right? So, if it starts to fall, we can give pretty clear ones on the way down, right? So on the way up and on the way down. But when you deal with this stuff and this consolidation, that's where it gets really difficult. And then when you get trapped up in these moving average lines, that's where sometimes you just take a pause or you day trade, so that's where be very careful with these, especially with options and the Greeks and all that, how they all come together. And you just got to be very, very careful. So if you guys are on YouTube and you're not watching, we teach this stuff in our trade room each day. We have great mods in there. We have Dan, we have Sig, Creed, Rose, Angel. People are really helpful that teach this stuff. Rose is, I think, going over futures this morning. Signet's in there a lot. Mike does a lot with. Mike changed his name to Mike. Look at that. I like it. So Mike is not no longer Signet. We know him by Mike. I like it, Mike. So Mike is always teaching stuff on options. We have tons of videos to teach you this stuff. So there's so many ways to profit in these types of markets. So when I'm doing these watches, I'm trying to get as directionally biased as I can for you guys, and then you guys take whatever. If the setup is good for you, then you decide whether you're going to, how you're going to trade it. Some people might go bullish on, a buying option strategy with stuff I put on. Some might take the inverse and become, go bullish on the selling side by doing a credit spread, right? So there's, again, several different ways that you guys can trade this or trade these, but you got to be very, very careful, guys. So as you guys can see, is it a dip buy right now? Guys, you got to watch and see, right? We draw our trend lines, we draw these channels. It's kind of right here, right? So you guys look, it hits up the top of this channel and it bounces right back down. Now we have a channel. Now we zoom in. That's a daily chart. Now we zoom on an hourly. What's it doing on an hourly? You kind of have this channel or kind of this megaphone, right? It's bouncing up and down. Ideally, if you're bullish, you want price to break out of this, right? So get above, break out of that kind of that channel, continue up, and then get above that 20 EMA here and see it run. Guys, I don't know. I have no clue what's going to happen. You would think if they do a stimulus thing, it should prop it up, ideally, hopefully. But You know, again, it could bounce up, it can go in here, it could trade sideways, it could smack around in here, it can come back down. You know, it doesn't. I just want to show you guys, do we all want this market to go back up like this, up to here again and further? Absolutely. But it doesn't just magically go back up there. The Fed does have tools. We'll see which tools are used, how they're used, what it does. But this, you know, typically, if this just happens normally, it doesn't just magically go back up. To feel comfortable again, you want to see price, which is here, be above here. You want to see it above these moving average lines, not below it. It's like this. You want to see it riding above. It's got a lot to overcome. Who the heck knows? Maybe they'll do something. We'll have to watch and see. But I don't want to give you guys some false illusion. I'm not going to just say, oh, it's just going to magically go up, right? We got to watch the charts, pay close attention to the charts. So, cool. I guess Signet's going to come on after I'm done here. So I will end that because Signet is very professional. So, all right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you all soon. Enjoy.